essentially just full immunity for the entire laning stage. They're going to be able to put a lot of pressure on Sumail up here, and AA is, you know, pretty high damage support, but not necessarily the best laning support.
That's true.
Struggles against heavy pressure, so I would expect 33 to pretty handily dominate Sumail as he gets a couple levels here.
You're a very weak support against Legion as well, right? Because she can dispel your only real stun, or pseudo stun, right? And she can damage 3 armor Asian Apparition easily.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is going to be a pretty tough lane for OG to play, and so I would...
What are you trying? Oh, he guessed it! He guessed it correctly! He doesn't have Illusory Orb Dieto, doesn't have Vision either, and Thompson's gonna fake him with a shield. I'm sorry, this limp play, he did the Waning Rift, guessing that Thompson was gonna juke him, and he was correct. However, Thompson had the Resonant Pulse ready. So we're good, we're good. This mid lane matchup is very fascinating.
Yeah, this is going to be a really good one. I mean, we've talked a lot about how good Thompson is in the mid lane, but Limp is widely considered to be one of the best mechanical players in the mid as well.
Yep. We used to consider him the best mid laner. We used to say it all the time. You know, back when it was Complexity, we used to say, yeah, Limp is the best. You gotta watch him. This guy is how I learned to play Dota. That's we saying that, right? So lots of respect to this guy. And his puck is, as we said, top 3, right? He's really good. He's probably practiced against a lot of Void Spirits recently, and he knows how to beat Thompson. For now, he's doing a pretty good lane, 11 to 8 last hits. Top lane, Sumail, now in trouble. They're looking for the last hit here. Hanskin is could die to No-Till though. Hanskin uses Magic Stick, making sure he does not go down. No-Till still chasing after him. Chilling touches in the ready. Doesn't have vision of it though. Hanskin keeps it in the trees. And No-Till now decided to run away because he can't really catch this Io. Hanskin comes back for round 2, and 3-3 still chasing after No-Till. And that's gonna be a double kill here for the top lane. Saksa coming in, trying to fix the mistakes of his mates, but it's impossible because Hanskin is just playing with the shadows perfectly. Telekinesis stops the tether though. There's to press the attack to help him out. Hanskin running away fast as he can, but unfortunately it was not fast enough, and OG will end up taking that last kill.
Yeah, at the same time, you can see that they're just completely ignoring 33, like as much as possible. He's going to be able to pressure because he's still full health after all this fighting.
And in the mid lane, actually, Thompson gets a quick kill against Limp, who he does not measure correctly and goes right at Thompson when No-Till was ready to counter attack. So good job there, OG, evening out another score. Top lane definitely going their way, but the mid lane slightly Thompson favored now.
Yeah, I really like this rotation by No-Till because I think it was starting to trend towards the puck in terms of advantage, and No-Till obviously recognizing that he's having a hard time in the top lane.
Yep, and No-Till also realized he wasn't doing much in the top lane anyway, right? So you might as well rotate and do something useful here mid. Which, sure, that's a good idea. I like this. Limp is going to have to recover a bit. He got a lucky double damage, but now you're a level difference, and these spirits are so annoying. Really. Thompson's putting them properly so that No-Till, or Limp, sorry, cannot use this lane correctly.
Yeah, I think that that's going to be one of the big things that determines who's an excellent Void Spirit player as the patch continues to develop is the Aether Remnant, just because of how hard it is to hit. You can use it to like deny area or you know, set up for kills if you're lucky or skilled.
I mean, the original build for Void Spirit when it first came out was like everyone was going Yule to set up that spirit, right? And now it's like, nah, we have more skill than that. Oh, they're looking for another kill here in the mid lane. Thompson and Limp fighting hand-to-hand combat. He's actually maxing the Aether Remnant to just catch Limp and surprise him.
Yeah, the pull duration doesn't increase by that much, but you can get up to almost a 2-second stun, and obviously the cooldown gets quite low.
Yeah, big. Yeah, look at this. He's actually going for the Bantuum thanks to that pull by Thompson. And he's going to go down to Fata. You don't mess with the tree. You don't need skill to play sometimes. You just need tactics. You know where to be at the right moment.
100 base damage. Good night, sir.
Well, that's Thompson gone, so that's a bit of retribution for Limp, who gets a free lane for a bit as well. However, Thompson will come back at full HP and mana, so that's going to be a bit of a difficult to deal with the puck. We'll see.
Hey, speaking of that fastest Maelstrom ever, what was that timing? Because Nico Baby is awfully close to his Maelstrom.
I want to say it was 5 minutes or 6. Honestly, it was incredibly quick. I think he's actually too late now. Like, he's just ridiculous. That was a ridiculous game. I was watching it, and for half the game, my mouth was just open. Just amazed. It was unfathomable how fast Nico Baby could play.
Yeah, well, he's got a completely free lane here against the Darkseer mid one, just opting to cut near the tier 2. And we've kind of come full circle in Dota. We now have these offlaners. Down the mid.
Yeah, he got caught up by Thompson in a bad position. Thompson before a bunch of tips. He was just in the wrong place there, and Thompson just decides to get the kill. Saxa is also turning around. They're trying to catch the puck, and Limp doesn't even. There's not even need for Saxa here. Limp just gets destroyed by Thompson alone. Those Aether Remnants are really putting him in a pickle. And in the top lane, 3-3 is trying to get the counter kill on Sumail as well, but 3-3 instead. A Frozen Solid, he manages to make it just barely in time. And they won't be able to get that kill. Thank God for Hanskin himself.
Yeah, this is actually getting a little concerning for me in the mid lane. We have Limp still going for a bottle. He doesn't even have his bottle yet, 7 minutes into the game, and Thompson is now 3-1-0. Thompson has to be one of the most momentum-based players in the entire game. If he gets off to a good start, you have to just run. Run away from him.
In the top lane of the... No, sorry. Yeah, I remember Thompson when he used to play the very popular Quaswex Invoker. The Quaswex Meteor Hammer Invoker, right, which was the build that he invented. And it was ridiculous. You would actually watch him literally run away with the game. Because he would just go gank every single lane. You would not be safe if Thompson was in your game. And Void Spirit seems to be the same kind of style, honestly, as the heroes he used to play. Monkey King, Quaswex Invoker.
Amber, yep, all these.
Yep.
Just go ham and never stop running at the other team.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to watch this game, hopefully. I mean, that's the point of picking Dark Tier, right? You get a Surge so you can run even faster. It's the real Thompson strat. He already has level 2? Is that level 2 line? Wow, okay. Well, that's a bit of practice. And the spirits are also set up really nicely to set up for traps, right? It reminds a bit of techies. You're kind of guarding positions here. Saxa does get an Invis rune here in time. Really fast the clicks. Not going to go down the coil. Annoying him, so they can't quite get the kill here. And Saxa just wanted to get away. Fighting get stops until the end. Hans knows he can just help him out. There's Nature's Grasp, Silence as well, but Thompson has double Astral Step. There's no way that you're going to catch him here.
Yeah, both teams prioritizing putting a lot of help into this mid lane. Trying to get their tempo controlling heroes off to a good start. And at the same time, side laners, Sumail, happy to get a little bit of breathing room.
Yep.
Since 33 has been pressuring him pretty hard.
And they continue to do so. In fact, No-Tail's been caught a bit of K here. No-Tail watching another part of the map. Surprised by a 3-man gank and a duel to boot. And we see 3-3 being relevant here already. Has had a really good lane. As it continues to dominate, I'm assuming, with a Legion Commander.
Yeah, at the same time, though, Limp goes down yet again. 0-3 on this puck.
They know. Oju has identified the important pivotal factor here in Alliance's lineup. If Limp does not create space, the lineup does not work as well. So they're doing a good job of shutting him down.
Yeah, more importantly, perhaps, is the initiation. They really would like to be able to get this Blink Coil into a relocate duel. And it's going to be extremely late on this Blink Dagger for him.
Bottom lane, they catch mid one. We are seeing he was trying to cut the lane, but no cigar there. Nico Baby and guarding it there for you. And Nico Baby already has pretty good timing for the Maelstrom. He's building up to those phase boots. So Maelstrom phase around minute 10, which is the standard for a Nico Baby lifestealer.
Dire's courier has been...
He is very farmed though. He's going to be a relevant carry much sooner than the Spectre, who is getting actually dual top. Not quite dead though.
Let's pull back out. Looks like Thompson's going to reclaim the outpost just before the experience drops.
Dire's middle tower is
A bunch of heroes in the top lane.
Yeah, a bunch of heroes in the top lane. They're trying to fight out here. The easier support. It's the Trim Protector. Trim Protector is brought down. Thompson's actually rotating. But it's only a single kill. They're not going to go for more. They actually are smart about this. 3-3 has to leave with a TP. Thompson's still going for more though. That was a good guess. Actually, going for the bounty, but a bit late. Thompson's just literally running around the map looking for whatever kill he can find, and now he's going back to this mid lane, tries to catch out Limp. Limp is not having any of that. It's the same. It's the Thompson we know and love. This guy is just here to create the space for Sumail.
It's working. Sumail is climbing his way back up towards the top of the net worth. Of course, Nico Baby, insanely farmed right now in the lifestealer, but what is he going to be able to do with it? He needs to start potentially rotating around with this puck.
He's gonna start bombing people. So he's gonna do. Look at this poor Darkseer silenced up. He's running around like a madman, but he can't get away. That leash stops his escape route in the top lane and try to catch Sumail as well, but the damage is not sufficient, and they eventually give up on him. Or, yeah, he's going for the stack, but 3-3 is a much better stack clear here. Sumail, careful. Those creeps do hurt. There's the Ice Blast, though. Oh, they're just trying to scare them away. They were hoping for the IO, but the IO did not get hit by that Ice Blast, so he's going to be fine.
Thompson in the top lane now. See if he decides to dive. And he's just going to go in.
Is under attack.
Yeah, they're going to catch him with a duel now, and the Spectre is now in actual lot of trouble. He's going to go down, giving extra duel damage to 33, and they're going to go for more. Saksa, do they have a way to cancel this TP? They do not.
There's the
Instead, in the backlines, Thompson comes in just to get the kill on Hanskin. He's been silenced, though. Thompson, what were you thinking? Cancelled because he was greedy enough to go for the IO. Okay,
Dire's
well.
middle tower is under attack.
Great trade for Alliance there. Nice rotation from Nico Baby. And he puts that 6,000 net worth to use coming into the top lane. Easily going to pressure down this top tier tower as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, the top should fall easily to Legion Commander and Lifestealer. They have pretty good pushing power early, which is one of the advantages of the new Lifestealer. But Limp is getting yet again harassed in the mid lane. Their obsession with Limp is continuing this game. They want to make sure this puck has no impact because they're identifying lack of initiation, right? If you only rely on Legion, it's not too great of an initiation, really.
Yeah, unless you get massively farmed. And I mean, you know, they did leave Nico Baby completely alone. Obviously, it's one of the downsides of running a Darkseer is that you kind of just guarantee free farm for the carry. And Nico Baby can assert dominance in this top jungle.
Farming aggressively, but mid one wants to have a kill on Hanskin. He's been taunted. Hanskin in trouble. There we go. All the damage onto him, and Hanskin's gone. We Astral Step to chase after Nico Baby. Body block him ever so slightly. Thompson still has that shield, but unfortunately his movement might just not be fast enough. Sumail, even with a surge, they can't catch up with him, and now Fontaine realizes they can fight him. Hits a life stealer inside of him. Thompson tries to bait him with that trap. Does not work out. I like how they pick and prod at each other, you know, like trying to test the strength of the other, trying to test that they're going to just slightly overstep.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to find the opening, and again, I have to look at this puck. I feel like if Alliance has a bit more farm on Limp, they could potentially start running away with this game because Legion and Lifestealer are both very strong right now.
Yep, that's very true. This Lifestealer is at the peak right now. He's getting close to that Sanji as well. Actually, already has it if he wants to buy it. And then it's going to be really difficult to bring him down with that extra healing. Especially if he has a Spectre to munch on. Because then it's going to be pretty much impossible to bring that as HP.
Sumail does have the Radiance queued up after the Soul Ring, so looking for that late game build.
On point with your draft comment, you're like, I think the Radiance is going to come out. You're right, Alchemy. Exactly right. But let's see if they actually do manage to get it out, because Alliance is looking for a fast game here. They're not gonna. They don't want this Vector to get their Radiance.
Relocate bottom.
And start running. That relocate's gonna catch mid one, but he does have a surge. They didn't have much thought. 3-3's just running after him, realizing he can't. Mid one's a bit too fast. He has max surge already. You're not gonna find him like that. But there's another. There's a counter relocate where they do find the IO. Oh, gee.
Nice blast on Nico.
Quick kill. Yeah, they did use it. Nico goes into 3-3. Can't heal for now, but at least they'll have a safe space to stay at, right? Unless 3-3 gets pummeled to death. There's a Dreamco onto 3, and 3-3 is just tanking this thanks to the Infest's extra HP. Limp just wanted to give him a bit of extra space. They can't really get a kill there. That was a bit of a risky relocate place to do. So, oh, Thompson once more? Really? He does catch the puck. Oh, how quick the Spirit is. Limp with a fake shit turn to make some damage. Do end up silence again. There's the duel, and they actually get the kill. Thompson gone. Ooh, he thought he could play around with a puck, but it's your life that got wrenched out of your heart.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That's about as classic a Thompson play as I've ever seen.
Yes.
Literally just running into 4 heroes. He's like, guys, we're still gonna fight this. Oh wait, whoops, that was a little bit too aggressive.
Yeah, the Astral Step, when you hit the puck, he goes, I'm sure he wants. I got him. Yeah, let's go. Guys, we're ready. Forgetting the Lifestealer was gonna pop out any second. It's alright. I think Thompson's doing his job though, because Spectre is getting a bit of space from these plays, right? Thompson doing Thompson things means Sumail can have a lot of time to farm the jungle, and Lifestealer is, you know, engaged in all these engagements, so he doesn't have the option to really farm as quick as a Spectre. Yeah,
definitely. We do see Sumail closing in on at least the relic part of the Radiance. I will say though that when you are dealing with the life stealer, you have to be a little careful about, you know, prioritizing so much magic damage. Obviously with the rage giving you spell immunity, he's not going to have to worry too much about the evasion from the relic or from the radiance. And I think there still is this timing where Alliance is going to be able to just kind of run at OG.
I mean, that's certainly what they hope for. Let's see, because right now OG has managed to just slow down this game enough to make sure that the Spectre is relevant. There's a TP from the Puck here to their outpost, catching the Rubik. There's a lot of work here, but 3-3 comes in, hoping for the duel. They're gonna find Saxa, and Saxa's been dueled to death and killed off with Hanska and Nick will be relocating here.
Ice Blast is
They
forward.
do get hit by the Ice Blast. It's on point, but I don't think that's gonna help Mid-1 too much. He needs some stuns, not extra damage. Mid-1 caught by the Dream Call, decides to break it. He is gonna pay the price, I think. Oh, maybe not. The Surge lasts just long enough. 3-3 helping out. Look how much resistance Mid-1 has. He's managing to take all this damage, wasting the time of the Puck, wasting time of the Legion Commander. Legion is done with all these shenanigans. Mid-1, keep on running. Never stop running. Believe in yourself, Mid-1. Through the trees. This man has one more Surge, but he gets silenced before he can use it, and that will be the final seconds of Mr. Mid-1. Unfortunately, he cannot outrun death.
So much space, but ultimately does go down. At the same time, Nico Baby takes the tier 1 tower. He's like, guys, objectives, stop chasing these purple dudes
Yes.
around the map. Nobody cares about the purple dudes.
I do love how 3-3, you can even tell the moment when he decided this. Like, guys, what are we doing? Look at yourselves. We're chasing a Darkseer. But they did end up getting the kill, right? And it was only commitment from Limp, so it's not bad. He gets his blink with this.
Radiant's
That's very
middle
important.
tower is under attack.
Yeah, Limp recovering quite nicely now. It's one of the things about the Puck. He's going to farm. He can shove out waves so quickly that even if he has a terrible laning stage, which he did, you know,
Yes.
no denying that, he's going to be just fine in this game. And prioritizing the Ags after the blink right away.
Was it for the... Because the BKB here, I guess you're not really
Just
concerned
the-
about that, are you?
The extra duration on the snap is going to be so good against all these mobile heroes.
Okay, I was thinking that too. Because I was just thinking a Spectre or Void Spirit go for PKB.
Oh, Hanskin gets caught.
Hanskin? Yeah, that's really bad because Nikolai has no escape now. Never mind. Rage TP. Hanskin's like, I'll help you, buddy. I'm TPing too. No, Hanskin's gonna unfortunately die here. But it's a lot of rotations for him. However, Spectre still continues to farm during this time, so they're playing that correctly.
Very close to the Radiance. And Spectre, he's just holding under a clumsy net right now. The 2 mana regeneration, super nice for this hero. Probably not going to be using the active very much.
No, I can't imagine. It's one of those things where you're the carry, hence you get to pick these suboptimal items because you're the carry. So who cares? It's your mana region.
I do what I want.
And exactly. It's like my pups. I go, can I please have the keen optic? A minute 40 again. They go, no! And they'd rather drop it on the ground than give it to me. Crystal is built for Thompson, by the way. He is going for a bit for the crit. Just the crystals though. You'll him next, and he's gonna need it soon because the silencer becomes very annoying. The ice bot's gonna hit 3, but they have a duel to keep him down, and Thompson is doing what he does best.
Tower is under attack.
Space creation, I guess.
Yeah, we'll call it
Yeah,
that.
thank you.
We'll call it that. 5th dual damage on 33 already. That is a pretty high number for 19 minutes into the game without a blink dagger. He's going for straight BKB after this drums.
Oh, what is 3-3? No, he's completely alone. He's trying to imitate Thompson, but he's not. He's gonna die just like him, unfortunately. 3-3. Is that the potential kill gets spotted? Yeah, clumsy net. Did they want to catch him? Is a good time to use it. The overgrowth still on you? Nah, some male sides.
There's the
It's not worth going in any further. In fact, Mid-1 here is in trouble as Nikolai gets chased after him. That's a reloading gank though, so Hanskin's gonna leave really soon unless he dies here. All the damage possible. Hanskin's gonna go back, and Nico maybe realizing he cannot find his friend. He actually is telekinetic into the high ground. Nico, baby. There's a reason why they call him Prisoner Arteezy. But he is gonna get away with the Infest though. So it's okay. It wasn't that big a deal. He had the Infest prepared. He knew that was gonna happen.
Nice. Prisoner.
Oh.
Easy.
Yeah, they find Limp though. That's another great spirit. Thompson, it's time for retribution unless there's a drink goal ready and there's Thompson right in the tracks. So they can't do anything else. Okay, good job, Limp.
This crit build that Thompson has been favoring in Void Spirit is pretty interesting. Really focusing on the physical damage, and you know what? They kind of need it because with Spectre going for the Radiance and the rest of their lineup being entirely magic damage, they need some way to actually kill these heroes on the side of Alliance as the game goes on.
My path.
That's true. Do you think it's gonna stay at Crystallis, or do you think like for now and build a couple other mid-game items, or do you upgrade it into like a blood form?
You know, I've seen him, like, I'm not gonna lie, I've seen him actually go multiple Chrysalises on this hero several times.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised after he gets the defensive item from the Yules, which should make him almost unkillable, if he just goes for more crit or a Deso, something like that, to take advantage of Io's low armor.
Oh, I like the Deso idea, actually. It's also quite cheap and very similar to the multiple Crystallis build, right? A lot of efficiency and very little items. Okay. I mean, the damage from Crystals did get increased in this last patch. Actually kind of ridiculous. 45 damage is a fair amount for a 2k gold item.
Very buffed item.
Yeah. You kind of ignore it because like it's just part of a recipe, right? But not anymore. Aegis goes the ways of Alliance, which is good. They have a pretty nice Roshan taking lineup. And Mjolnir's finished up on Nico.
OG just gonna make an aggressive move bottom.
Okay, they catch Sumail, they have relocate as well, so they sent in Nico first, they relocate 3-3 afterward. The surprise of the duel, however, they stop him with telekinesis. Sumail might just go down there, they get him. However, Nico baby will sacrifice his life for this. That's Aegis got Hanskin as well. As the team fight continues to try to set up a no-go zone here with an Scratch in the overgrowth, trying to go for the ancient apparition. In comes Spectre again with the buyback. She can just come in any second, and Sumail decides to do so. But the buybacks are also on the side of Alliance. Legion and Io are back, and Puck gets caught with a perfect spirit there. However, Duel also stops the Darkseer for now. He can't continue this team fight. They're all set up, but there's no initiation. Saxa goes in with the Waning Grip. They just have to kill mid-1. They're trying their best at mid-1. Evades last attack. He's not going to go down. Someone hit him. Mid-1's getting away. Instead, Lim goes down the backlines. Nickel Baby still trying to get a second kill into Sumail. And Khan's going to accept his fate. That's him gone. They take down mid-1, but at the cost of what? Most of your team. It's Nickel Baby versus the world. He gets caught by the spirit. Sumail is not dying today. Or so he hopes, because that Spectral Dagger, that was just a still on the Life Stealer. They need some help. Ice Blast there by the Ancient Apparition. Down before he TP. That was a very interesting play by No-Tail. TPs after he loses the Ice Blast to perfectly calculate it. They find Nico Baby. There's no more Ice Blast on him, but they don't need it. The damage is sufficient. Nico Baby's gonna be brought down, and it's only Fata, a slow lumbering tree without friends, without recognition. They cut down the only friends he has alive, and they're gonna cut him down as well.
Well, we've seen this story many times from OG. The Spectre dies early on in the fight, buys back in, haunts in, and cleans up OG with the gold lead after that crazy brawl in the bottom lane. And Aegis goes down, Nico dies twice. That's a really big deal.
I take my hat off to Saxa there, to be honest. I think they lacked a bit of control in that team fight, and you could tell, but Saxa was doing his best at stealing whatever spells it meant any team fight. Like that Waning Rift at the end meant a really... it hindered the lineup completely by Alliance, because they couldn't do much afterwards. Finding Io again. Thompson's also playing out of his mind with this hero, though, as expected.
I am blown away at how often he's hitting these remnants in the middle of these crazy chaotic team fights. That's really owning Limp, actually.
There's no need. You really are hitting them. Like the puck as well. The setup for the puck was ridiculous there with the Aether Remnant. The puck actually jaunted into the Aether Remnant because he couldn't see it. It was amazing. Yeah. Those kind of plays when we watch.
Yeah, he's reading Limp and his movements super well this game.
It's amazing because the guy hasn't played competitive like 2 majors, and he's just back on track. It's very impressive. What do you think, Alliance? After losing these fights, right? You lose a bit of your confidence in your mid game. What is your plan now? How do you restructure?
Well, I think getting this BKB on 33 is going to be really big, and then you have to just make sure that you're, I would say, locking down the Rubik, the Void Spirit. Stop going on mid one because he's really tanky now with the Greaves and the Hood of Defiance. We saw them spend so many resources trying to kill him, and he was just, he's just doing mid one things. He's running around the fight, surged up, making himself extremely hard to kill.
Another potential kill on the Io. Healing with the Ice Blast. And this is a combination that we've been seeing a lot, right? The Aether Remnant plus the Ice Blast. Simple, effective, and constantly sniping the Io. There goes the bomb though with the Life Stealer. They want to kill Thompson. They want to punish him for this. Not going to the Darkseer again. Sumail goes in with that haunt. The beautiful overgrowth by Fata. Stops his initiation. However, Fata might be dying for this. Unfortunately, Nico Baby against mid one, but Nico Baby heals back up in the end. Sumail is no match for him. That feast just tears right through the Spectre.
Yeah, Alliance fighting back.
It was a good steal by Saxa though. I was very confused that team fight, and I can tell Nico maybe was as well, because he stole Nature's Grass, and it's the exact same color, and he keeps going around, and he's like, why am I so slow? And it's because it was Rubik's Nature's Grass, not Fata, so good job, well played.
Yeah, I think the key thing there is definitely going on Thompson first. He's carrying around the Nether Shawl, so he has -3 armor, and no armor items at the moment, so he's sitting at just 5, and if they can jump him with the Lifestealer or a duel, I think that's going to be a huge key to actually coming back and taking the momentum back in this game.
I agree. Those duels, Legion Commander's been a force since the beginning, and being able to, I guess, revamp her, right? Because you're essentially remaking her. The early game was great, 50 damage, but you have not gotten a single one of your level 2 duels. And this is a sign. The BKB is going to help you with that.
Yep.
What,
Another big power spike is Limp finishing up his Ags.
I was going to say that too.
Really heavy damage and the stun.
Indeed, they're going to be able to play around with that Fata. Oh, careful. He does get telekinesis, but they catch the Darkseer, and this time there's so many upon Darkseer. He has to die, right?
Tanky though.
Unless they Glimmer Cape him. And now, the initiation with a Vacuum plus Ice Blast! They turn this around! Alliance, what have you done? They left their infested Legion Commander, giving him some space, but she is caught out. The Void Spirit leaves no prisoners, only corpses behind. Wow. They are playing some magical Dota here, Alchemy.
They are. That was a bit of a throw from Alliance, in my opinion. Fata kind of just baiting his team into a bad fight. Not everybody was there, and you can't make too many more mistakes like that against a team like G. They're gonna absolutely punish you for it.
Like this one, where the poor Hanskin was just caught out on his gun back to relocate. Samael guessed that correctly and snagged a quick kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So it's a difficult game for them, especially when it seems like OG's answering you so well. With a team that's supposed to be active later on, right? It puts a lot of pressure on you.
And once again, I gotta keep pointing this out. Like every time they go on mid one, they just lose the fight. There's actually no way that you win the fight if you go on this Darkseer who has all the aura items, the heals, and he wants you to go on him. He has the vacuum. He's like, please group up near me.
Yes. The counter initiation is very strong for them, and they're never the vacuum always come unsuspecting. The Ice Blast goes right through rage, so there's no way to really evade that. It's effective combo. I love that mid one is usually if I hear in a drafter say, "Oh, pick a tank," I want to bash his face in because that's a stupid statement to make. But mid one is literally a tank, and he's doing that. All he's doing right now is tanking damage and the occasional vacuum, and it's working.
That's all his team needs for him. You know, you don't need great initiation if they initiate onto you, but you don't die. I really like this build from Thompson, by the way. He's picking up a Solar Crest, recognizing that he is kind of like the linchpin to these fights, and if he gets jumped on and dies, his team has a very hard time winning. But if he's super tanky because he has physical resistance in addition to spider legs, the Yules, he's going to be just as hard to kill as this Darkseer. And if you can't kill the Void Spirit, you can't kill the Darkseer, you can't kill the Spectre, what can you do?
It's true, because until now, it was really Thompson the primary objective they were going to, right? If you had Waiting Rift, you go for Thompson, easy, right? Thompson killed. And then you had a really easy team fight, or easier team fight at least. But now, I guess you have to go for Saksa. Saksa and Notir are the only targets you can really kill easily in these team fights.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, yeah. Rubik is probably suspect number 1 that you are trying to target, and Glimmer Cape, Force Staff coming out for Saksa here pretty soon. I think OG is pretty firmly in control of the momentum of this game right now. This Legion Commander has really fallen off. Still not done with the BKB, and without the Blink Dagger, he's having a hard time finding any sort of duel or lockdown.
To regain momentum, Alliance is going for a really intelligent smoke, trying to catch him out with their pants down, you know. Surprise him here. Limp is using the little bomb with the Lifestealer. You have everything you might need. They should be successful, but no, it's mid one. They know. They're ignoring him completely. They go for the Rubik, and it's perfect. But he has Glimmer Kid. They still see him. There's no problem. Saksa gets eaten up. As Fata gets the Meteor Hammer, just controlling mid one. Fata's gonna die for this. It doesn't really matter. They just need to ignore him. Nico Baby is going for the more important target, which is Thompson here.
Big vacuum.
Oh no, the vacuum onto the cliff though. They turn this around completely. It's 3-3 from the ground, but what is 3-3 really doing? Nothing. He's getting killed, feeding damage to Samael, as Nico Baby's only option is to TP home. Wow. That vacuum has been impressive.
All right.
To say the least.
Yeah, I gotta take my hat off to mid one. You know, obviously an amazing player, but I had not seen him play Darkseer yet. He is owning on this hero. He is owning.
He's playing so well. Look, another vacuum. Talk about owning. They even get the telekinesis off and Limp. So cute, so cute. Such a cheeky little play. Let's see. They get him with the astral step. It works. Disarm the Void Spirit. It's too late. Your partner's already dead, Nico baby. Oh, they even control him? They have another Aether Remnant. They're going to bring him back, but they force all the buybacks with a Dream Coil. It's time for Alliance to do something important. It's time for Alliance to kill the Darkseer. Finally. Now they're going for the Spectre. It's much more important. Kill the Spectre. He's been silenced. He can't do much. Samael, someone help him. There's a duel, and I'll guarantee the kill against Samael. 400 gold for them and a bit of dual damage as well. That's important. That's a good recovery, even if you did have to use a lot of buybacks for that.
Yeah, is it enough though? I mean, that was a very, very expensive defense there. Killing Spectre is obviously huge. Roche not quite up yet. Will be up in 35 seconds. And Alliance knows that they really, really need this Aegis.
Are scanning.
Yep. It's the best way to come back into this game easily. Look at this. They even getting with the Ice Cross. I mean, Topson goes in, just, maybe I can snag a kill here. Quick kill. Typical Topson cheeky play. There's a puck with a lifestealer inside of it. Look, again, it's mid one that finds it. Another vacuum onto the cliff. What is happening? This cliff is a sixth member of OG's team. The wall of replicates, impossible to fight around it. They're just destroyed. Fada gone again. 3-3 is decimated. And they only need Handskin as well. At least the lifestealer gets away. But they've already lost 3. Limp manages to TP back home as well. Okay,
wow.
What is the saying? One time, shame on you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
something like that.
I think that Alliance are never going to fight around this mid-cliff ever again.
No. They're starting to get PTSD from this cliff. It's not working out for them. I mean, I didn't know it was so easy to get a vacuum, or Midland makes it look like it's super easy to get the vacuum on that cliff, to be honest.
Yeah, you were memeing about the prison Cliff Teasy, but
yeah,
he's infected his entire team with the disease at this point.
You got to be very careful, guys, who you play with, because this may happen to you. Do not play with Cliff Teasy. OG will take this tower up top, and now it's time for them to push for objectives, right? Samael is ready. Samael can fight now.
Yeah, he's fat. He's got a Titan Sliver as well, going for Butterfly next. I mean, I don't think that there's the damage on Elias to kill the Spectre, no. Especially when you have the backup of the Darkseer.
Yeah. I mean, I think an issue that they've also been facing is if they don't go for mid one first and kill him, which is impossible, we've already asserted that, then he can always surge Samael and save him every single time. Every single time. We have not seen Samael being caught out as long as Darkseer's around with him. Nico baby.
Yeah. This puck also just struggling to find impact here in the late game.
Oh, no, this is a really good kill. Get it. With that Legion Commander with a Kindereg inside. Another vacuum for the Ice Blast. Haskins destroyed. So it's 3-3. That duel lasted half a second. And it was a loss, of course. And there's still an Aegis on Samael, so he can fight this till the end. They're just playing this is the Clown Fiesta, and they're winning it. Samael's coming back in a second. They've already lost 3, sorry. They forced 2 buybacks as well. And they haven't even taken tier 2. I don't know if I'm watching Beast Coast or OG sometimes. Jesus.
Yeah, this is getting really expensive for Alliance to hold, and sure, they lose the Aegis on Sumail, but that was a bunch of abilities spent. Haunt is still up. He's also available.
Look at mid one. He's actually running. Oh, mid one and Topson are both running to the enemy base, and they want to go for the Idol. They literally sniped him among 5 heroes. Not concerned with the rest of the Alliance team. Nobody can defend the Idol.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh gee, my god. I must have faced some disqualifiers because they are looking good.
They're looking pretty scary, definitely. Of course, they do have to contest with this stupid repair kit Treant combo.
Yes, but they're just killing the heroes. Who needs towers? We can just murder the whole enemy team. That's their plan right now, and Samael is literally just playing around, changing into illusion, using Haunt casually. They're quite comfortable in this game, I would say.
Yeah, I really wish that somebody on the side of Alliance had built a force staff. They have no save for their teammates. They, this Meteor Hammer on the Treant, I feel like it's kind of a bait as a position 5. Like, you're really not going to be split pushing the side lanes very much, which is kind of the only reason you go for the Meteor Hammer. And if they had a single force staff, they could guarantee snap with the coil. They could save their teammates.
Look, Fata, talk about saving. He's dead. 3 hits, literally. That's a very good point you make. Being able to get the consistent stun on the Dream Coil. because they had nothing to really push him out of the Dream Coil, which is the whole point of the ads, right? Getting the break off and everything.
Yep. And IO is probably not going to be building a force, so you need somebody. There needs to be a force staff on Alliance.
I can see the Meteor Hammer untrained as an idea because they were winning the early mid game, which is when he bought it, and then you have a little bit extra pushing power, always useful, right? But at this point in the game, you do see that it's having more drawbacks than benefits.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, at this point, I'm hard pressed to say what Alliance should do because I don't really know, to be honest with you. How do you defend against this constant choking by OG?
Is under attack.
You hope that they throw. You hope that Thompson makes one of those plays that makes him such a unique player to watch. But, you know, OG, this is a team that is very, very experienced. They understand how to close out a game. They're just going to hold the Alliance triangle, cut 2 of the waves, and keep them locked inside of their base, controlling the bounties, controlling the outposts, controlling the power runes, and just looking for an opportunity to actually close out this game.
I want to remind people that are watching that Alliance is also one of the top tier teams as qualifiers, right? Like OG is styling over them, but Alliance was one of the favorites coming in, right? So it's not any team that they're beating. It's not the open qualifiers anymore. They're showing OG's insane ability. Not so much to Alliance's detriment, but much more to benefit OG. I'm hoping the second game Alliance can like fit the headspace, right? Find how to fight against this new OG.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, Alliance, they finished 4th at the last major, so definitely not a slouch of a team here. But we were curious to see how this OG roster would come together. Obviously, 5 of the best players in the entire world, period, and likely have a top 3 player at each position currently.
Yeah,
so
it's kind of ridiculous. This is the Miami Heat or the Madrid or whatever version of sports you play.
They're like, easy, this is how you run a super team. Okay,
yep,
this is how you run a super team.
And also with we don't mention him, but you know the captain or the kind of set coach with Sashka and Seb, which are helping out in the backlines. Like you have some of the most talented people together in org. You know, it is scary. It is a very scary team.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, though. This is an incredibly farmed lifestealer. Nico going for a BKB next, recognizing that he does need to be able to just continue to be this like center point for their team fights. Hope that he can outlast the side of OG.
Yeah, I mean, like, up against Spectre, your chances are never none. Because your Lifestealer is a really good hero against them in general, because of the healing that you provide. If you can just munch on him during the whole team fight. The issue, I think, here is Alliance is playing a 4 Protect 1, which I don't think they were planning on from the start.
Definitely not. Limp queuing up the Divine Rapier after the Aeon Disc. I like it. You know, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah.
He's getting close to that Rapid Foil Dream Coil.
And there's a Haunt here coming in. Again, Hanskin.
Yikes.
But this poor guy, Hanskin and Fonda, they barely live. And they catch Lifestealer with a Assimilate. That's a 2-second stun. It's really long. And they're going to go for the Darkseer, but we know what happens when they go for the Darkseer. That's a BKB used, and you did nothing. Mid-1 just tanks you all. He does not care for your shenanigans. A beautiful silence catching the puck. Legion Commander also in trouble. They have another Spirit ready. That's going to be 3-3 gone, and a GG well played. They farmed Lifestealer might be strong, but if the rest of your team is dead, what are you going to do?
Yeah, who needs to take tier 3s also? Just dive the tier 4s, kill them all, and they'll GG. Very well played from OG. Alliance, they had the timing, and then they just kind of missed it with a couple of slightly questionable fights on the OG side of the map.
Yeah. I think OG here played the game where they realized, you said, Repair Key plus Train Protector. What's the point in hitting towers? Let's just beat on their morale until they give up, which is, you know,